Hi everyone, welcome to this video tutorial by Simplilearn. Today we will learn about pivot tables in Excel. Excel is a really powerful tool for data analytics and reporting, and pivot tables are one of the features that Excel offers for creating tabular reports to summarize our data. Let's begin by understanding what is a pivot table. A pivot table is a tool that summarizes and reorganizes selected columns and rows of data in a spreadsheet to obtain a desired report. It does not actually change the spreadsheet data, it simply pivots or turns the data to view it in different perspectives. Pivot tables are especially useful with large amounts of data that would be time consuming to calculate manually. Now, let's understand the different components of a pivot table. So there are four main components. First we have rows. When a field is chosen for the row area, it populates as the first column in the pivot table. Similar to the columns, all row labels are unique values and duplicates are removed. Columns is the second component. When a field is chosen for the column area, only the unique values of the field are listed across the top. Then we have values. Each value is kept in a pivot table cell and displays the summarized information. The most common values are sum, average, minimum, and maximum. Finally, we have filters. Filters apply a calculation or restriction to the entire table. So let's jump over to Microsoft Excel and let me show you the dataset that we will use in this demo. So with India being ready for its 16th census in 2021, that is next year, it is a good time for us to analyze India's last census data from 2011 and see where different states and cities across India stood in terms of population, literacy, and other socio-economic factors. We will analyze this data by creating different pivot tables in Excel and explore some of its features. So let's begin. First, I'll show you one of the features that Excel offers us. So suppose I click on any cell and hit Ctrl plus Q, you can see our entire table is selected, and at the right bottom there's an option of quick analysis. Now you can see by default Excel has prompted certain features such as formatting, we have charts, totals, and there's one more called tables. Now Excel by default has created some pivot tables for us. Now the first one you see is sum of district code by state names. Next we have sum of sex ratio by state name. Then we have sum of child sex ratio, sum of male graduates, and sum of female graduates by state name, and there are others. Before creating our pivot table, so let's have a final look at our data set. So first column you see is the city column. So there are different cities from different parts of India. Then we have the state code, we have the state name, district code, we have the total population followed by male and female population. Next you can see we have the total literates from each city. Then we have the male and female literates. Next we have the sex ratio. Then we have the child sex ratio. Next we have total number of graduates. And finally you can see we have male and female graduates. So using this table, we'll create several pivot tables. Now first of all, let's create a pivot table to find the total population for each state and sort it in descending order. So you can see here we have the problem statement. So our first pivot table will have the total population for each of the states in descending order. So to create a pivot table, you can click any cell in your data, go to the Insert tab, and here left you can see we have the option to create a pivot table. So let me select pivot table. Now my range is already selected, the entire table, and here I'll choose existing worksheet because I want to place my pivot table in the same worksheet, and I'll give my location, I'll point to cell Q5. Now let me click OK. You can see the pivot table fields appears here on the right. Now since we want to find the total population for each state, so what I'll do is I'll drag my state name onto rows. So here in our pivot table you can see we have the different state names listed. Now we want the total population for each of these states. So in the field list I'll search for total population, which is this one, and drag it under values. You can see we have a sum of total population for each of these states. By default, Excel will sum any numeric column. You can always change it to average, minimum, maximum, anything you want. Now we want to sort this column in descending order. So I right click, go to sort option and choose Z to A, that is largest to smallest. You can see here in 2011 Maharashtra had the highest number of population, or the total population in Maharashtra was the highest. Then it was Uttar Pradesh, we had Andhra Pradesh, and if I come down we have Nagaland and Andaman and Nicobar Islands towards the end. So this is a simple pivot table that we created. Now the next problem we have is we want to find the total sum of literates in each city belonging to a certain state. So let's see how to do it. I'll click on any cell, go to insert, and here I can click on pivot table. My range is selected. I'll choose existing worksheet and give my location, which is Q5. I click on OK. Now here we want to find the total sum of literates. So what I'll do is, first let me drag total literates column to values. You have the total sum of literates from all the states. Next, I want to see the sum of total literates based on states and cities. So let me first drag state name onto rows and then we'll drag city onto rows. You can see here we have our pivot table ready. To the left of the pivot table, you can see we have the state names and the cities per state, and on the right you can see the total number of literates from each city. If I scroll down, we have Assam, then you can see we have Bihar, and if I keep scrolling, we have all the states: Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, there's Jammu and Kashmir, which has now become a union territory. We have Jharkhand, Karnataka, and other states as well. Moving on. Okay, so the next thing we want to see is what is the average sex ratio and the child sex ratio for each state. With that, we also want to find the states that had the highest and lowest sex ratio in 2011. So let's create a pivot table for this. I'll click on any cell, go to insert, choose pivot table, click on existing worksheet. I'll select cell Q5 and click on OK. Now, since we want the average sex ratio and the child sex ratio, so first I'll drag those columns. Either you can manually scroll and drag it, or here you have the option to search for it. So if I look for child, you can see we have the same column listed. You can just drag it from there. Let me delete this. And I also want the sex ratio, so I'll place it on top of child sex ratio. Next, we want to see it based on different states. So what I'll do is I'll take state name and put it under rows. So here you can see we have our pivot table ready. On the left you can see we have the different state names listed, and on the right we have the values. Now we want to find the average. Now by default Excel will sum the numeric columns. You can see it tells you sum of sex ratio and child sex ratio. So what you can do, you can click on this drop down and go to value field settings, and here summarize values by, you can choose average. You can see the custom name, it says average of sex ratio. Click on OK. Our entire column is now giving us the average sex ratio. Similarly for this column, let me convert it into average. I'll again click on the drop down, go to value field settings, click on average and click OK. And you can see here we have the average of child sex ratio for each of the states. Now the next question says which states had the highest and lowest sex ratio. So we'll consider this column. So we'll sort it in any order you want. You can do it either ascending or descending. Let me sort it in descending order. You can see we have our column sorted now. So in 2011 Kerala had the highest sex ratio, and if I scroll down to the bottom, you can see Himachal Pradesh had the lowest, which is around 818. Up next, let's explore one more feature of pivot table. So suppose you want to see the top or bottom few rows of a pivot table, you can do that as well. So here we have a question at hand. We want to find the top 3 cities with the highest number of female graduates. So let's see from the entire pivot table how we can filter the top 3 cities. So I'll go to insert, click on the pivot table option, go to existing worksheet, click on Q5 and hit OK. Now since we want to find the top 3 cities, I'll drag city column onto rows, and then we want the female graduates. So in the search bar, I'll look for female and I'll choose this column, that is female graduates, and drag it here onto values. So I have the sum of female graduates for each of the cities. Now since we want to find the highest number of female graduates in the top 3 cities, so let me first sort this column. I'll sort it in descending order. Now we have it sorted. Now from this you can say that Delhi, Greater Mumbai and Bangalore are the top 3 cities, but it's displaying all the cities for us. So let's filter only the top 3. So what you can do is right click and go to filter. Under filter you have the option of top 10. I'll select this. Here I only want the top 3. So either you can go down like this, or you can directly type 3. Your column is already selected. Let me just click on OK. There you go. We have the required pivot table ready, and it only displays us the top 3 cities with the highest number of female graduates. Now the next thing we want to see is how to use a slicer in a pivot table. So we have a question here. What's the total population for all the cities in Rajasthan and Karnataka? So let's create a pivot table for this and see how you can use a slicer to filter the table. Click on existing. I'll click on a location, this time Q6. Click OK. Now since I want the total population, so I'll drag total population onto values, and then I'll select the city onto rows and then the state name also. I'll place it on top of city. So you have in the pivot table all the states and their cities, and on the right you can see the total population for each of these cities. But our question is, we want to find only for Rajasthan and Karnataka. Now for that, what you can do is go to insert and create a slicer. Either you can create from this option, or you can go to pivot table analyze option, and here you have the option to create or insert a slicer. I'll click on this, and since we want to slice the table based on state, that is Rajasthan and Karnataka, I'll choose state name as my slicer field. You can see this is my slicer here. Now you only want the data for Rajasthan and Karnataka, so I'll search for these two. So here we have Karnataka, so let me select Karnataka first, and I also want for Rajasthan, so let me select Rajasthan also. You can see in our pivot table we only have data for Rajasthan and Karnataka. So this pivot table shows you different cities from Karnataka and the total sum of population from each of the cities, and similarly we also have for Rajasthan. Moving ahead, now we will see another very interesting feature of pivot, that is how you can create percentage contribution of a table. For example, we have a question here. What's the percentage contribution of male and female literates from each state? Now we want to see in terms of percentage and not as sum or average. Let's do that. I'll create my pivot table, click on existing, and I'll select an empty cell. Okay. Now here, since we want to find the percentage contribution of male and female literates, so first I'll drag male literates onto values followed by female literates onto values. By default it has summed up the male literates and female literates value. And also I want to drag state column to rows. So here you can see the sum of male literates and female literates per state. I want to convert this as percentage contribution. So what we can do is I'll select any cell and I'll right click and I'll go to show value as, and here I have the option to select percentage of grand total. So I'll select this. You can see we have the percentage contribution of male literates to the total. Now if I sort this, you will get to know which state contributed or has the highest percentage contribution. So we have Maharashtra for male literates, then we had Uttar Pradesh in 2011. If I come down, we had Meghalaya, Nagaland and Andaman and Nicobar Islands as those states which had little or minimal contribution to male literates. Similarly, let's do it for female literates. I'll go to show value as and select percentage of grand total. So you can see here also Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, then Gujarat and all had the highest percentage contribution to female literates. So this is another good feature to convert your data and see it in terms of percentage. Now moving ahead, let's say we want to find the bottom 3 cities from each state that had the lowest female graduates. We can do that as well. I'll go to insert, click on pivot, go to existing worksheet, select an empty worksheet and click on OK. Now since I want to see based on states as well as cities, so let me drag the state name first onto rows and let's drag the city column onto rows. Next we want female graduates, so let me look for female graduates in the field list. I'll drag it onto values. Now we have the list of states and their respective cities, and to the right of the pivot table you can see the sum of female graduates from each city. Now first I'll sort this column. I'll right click, go to sort and click on shortest to largest. Now we have sorted our female graduates from shortest or smallest to largest. Now since I want to find the bottom 3 cities from each state, I'll come to this cell, right click, go to filter and select top 10. Now I'll replace top 10 with bottom and I want the bottom 3 cities from each state. I have my column selected, that is sum of female graduates. If I click on OK, you can see here some of the states don't have 3 cities. So you can see Andaman and Nicobar Islands has only 1 city, that is Port Blair, while the remaining you can find the bottom 3 cities with the lowest number of female graduates. So Andhra Pradesh had these 3, in Assam we had Nagaon, then there was Dibrugarh and Silchar. Similarly, if I come down in Haryana we have Palwal, Kaithal and Zind. If I come further, here you can see for Karnataka there's Gangavati, there's Ranibenur and there's Kolar. Similarly you can see for Kerala as well. Now moving ahead, now in the next example I'll tell you how you can create a calculated field or a calculated column in Excel with the help of a pivot table. So in a pivot table you can create or use custom formulas to create calculated fields or items. Calculated fields are formulas that can refer to other fields in the pivot table. Calculated fields appear with other value fields in the pivot table. Like other value fields, a calculated field's name may precede with sum of followed by the field name. So here we have a sales table that has columns like the items, which has different fruits and vegetables, and those have been categorized as fruits and vegetables. We have the price per kg and this is in terms of rupees. and we have the quantity that was sold. Now let's see, if you want to find the sales for each item in the table, you can create a calculated field. So your sales column is going to be the product of price per kg and quantity. So let me show you how you can do that with the help of a pivot table. I'll create a pivot table first. Click on an empty cell, hit OK. Now, if you see on the top, under pivot table analyze and under calculations, we have the option fields, items and sets. If I click on this drop down, I get the option to create a calculated field or insert a calculated field. I click on this. I'll give my field name as sales and I'll select my formula. I'll first click on price per kg and hit insert field. I'll give a space, hit shift 8 to give the product symbol, and then I'll double click on quantity. Now this is my formula for sales, that is price per kg multiplied by quantity. I'll click on add and I click on OK. If you see here, there's a calculated field that is present in the pivot table fields, which is sales, but it did not add it to our original table. Our original table is the same, but here we have added a calculated field which is present only in the pivot table list. Now we can use this. It has already taken it under values. Now let's say I want to find the sum of sales for each item under each category. You can see it here. We have our category fruit and we have our category vegetable, and under that we have different items like apple, apricot, banana. Similarly, in vegetables we have broccoli, the carrots, corn, eggplant and others. So this is how you can create a calculated field in a pivot table. Now there's one more good feature that Excel offers us in pivot table is to create a pivot chart. So you can use your pivot table and create different charts. So I'll show you how to do that. If I go to insert, here I have the option of recommended charts. If I click on this, Excel gives me some default charts which you can use. Let's say I'll select this. Let me drag it a bit to the right. Here you can see I'll close this pivot field list. This is a nice bar chart that Excel has created. This is called a pivot chart. Now here you can see the category fruits and vegetables and the different fruits and vegetables or the items. In the y-axis you can see the total sales. If you see from the graph, guava made the highest amount of sales. Now if I sort this, let's sort this first. You can see it here, fruit guava made the highest amount of sales. Now since I sorted and changed my pivot table, the pivot chart also automatically gets updated. Similarly, there are other charts also that you can create. Let's go to the insert tab and let's click on recommended charts again. Let's look for a pie chart. So this is a pie chart that you can create. Let me click on OK. So here is our pie chart, and each pie represents a certain item, and the pie that has the highest area represents it had the highest amount of sales. In this case you can see it is guava, and similarly we have other items as well. This is fruit banana, that's corn, and we have spinach and others. Let's explore a few other charts. So first I'll click on my pivot table, go to insert, and under recommended charts let's now select a line chart. If I hit OK, move it to the right. So this is a line chart. You can see it starts from guava, which had the highest amount of sales, then it drops, and in the x-axis you can see the different items. Similarly, when it starts with the vegetables, broccoli made the highest amount of sales with 2,800 rupees, and our lowest was eggplant at 900 rupees. For fruits, papaya sold the least at 700 rupees. Let's take another chart. I'll go to insert. Under recommended charts, let's see, this time we'll see a bar chart. Now this is a horizontal bar chart and not a vertical one. We just saw a vertical column chart like this. This is an horizontal bar chart. Now you can always increase and decrease the size of these charts. Let's explore a last chart. Let's take the area chart for now. So this is an area chart. Again, it looks similar to the line chart. It starts with guava, which had the highest amount of sales. Similarly, papaya under fruits had the lowest amount of sales. Under vegetables it was broccoli, and finally eggplant made the lowest amount of sales under vegetable. Now let's go to our first sheet and summarize what we have done in this demo for pivot tables in Excel. So we had our data. This is 2011 census data from India. We had the different cities, the state names, and we had the total population, total literates, female literates, male literates. We had the sex ratio, total graduates, and other information. So we began by understanding how to create a simple pivot table where we calculated the total population for each state and sorted it in descending order. We found that Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh had the total population in 2011. Then we saw another pivot table where we calculated the total sum of literates in each city belonging to a certain state. So you can see we had the different state names and the cities under each state. Then we saw another feature where you could calculate the average of a certain numerical column. So here we calculated the average sex ratio and the child sex ratio for each state and found out which one had the highest and lowest sex ratio. After that, we saw how you could find or filter tables. We saw how to find the top 3 cities with the highest number of female graduates. We found out that Delhi, Greater Mumbai and Bangalore were the top cities with highest number of female graduates. Next, we saw how to use slicer in a pivot table. So we sliced our table based on Rajasthan and Karnataka state and saw the total population for all the cities in Rajasthan and Karnataka. In the next sheet, we explored another feature that was to find the percentage contribution of male and female literates from each state. Then here we saw how to find out the bottom 3 cities for each state having lowest female graduates. Now one thing marked that some of the states did not have 3 cities. For example, Andaman had only 1 city, that was Port Blair, but the others we found out the bottom 3 cities that had the lowest female graduates. Finally, we looked at how to create a calculated field in a pivot table. So we saw how to create a calculated field called sales, and then we explored how to create different charts and graphs. So this was an area chart that we saw. There's a column chart. We also saw or looked at a bar chart, that was a horizontal bar chart. Similarly, we saw how to create a pie chart as well. And with that, we have reached the end of this video tutorial on pivot tables in Excel. I hope it was useful and informative. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section of our video. Our team of experts will help you solve your queries. Thank you for watching and keep learning.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.